So we met at a dance hall. We both went to A&M, and he asked me to dance.
I noticed her. I was like, man, I've got to talk to this girl. I'm like, I'd never had that feeling before. And I was just like, man, she's so pretty. Went over there and was like, hey, my name's Randall. Would you like to dance? Yeah, no problem. And like, we get halfway on the dance floor, and then she's like, wait. Did you say, do I like to dance or would I like to dance? And I'm like, both? And so we just kind of went on the dance floor and danced, and it was great.
But the year we met was a little bit chaotic. Finishing up college, he was struggling at home with his dad was battling cancer, and it was just a really rough year. And so we parted ways for an entire year. And a year to the day, we walk back in each other's life. The first thing we say is, I love you, and we're engaged 3 months later. In March of 2020, we had our second child. A pandemic was happening. With my child, I was suffering postpartum pretty significantly. And then Randall was working at home at a job that was just draining him.
It was really hard to kind of separate the lines between work and being home. And I guess the beat down at work led me to being very disengaged after work. And all I wanted to do was kind of self-medicate with the phone. I just wanted to kind of veg out. Fast forward to 2021, then like the snowpocalypse happened. I lost my job the first day of March. Right after that, yeah, it was just everything just came tumbling down, so to speak.
To be completely honest, I needed to overcome this apathy of just, yes, the kids are important. Yes, the house is important. Yes, jobs and all these other priorities are important. But if we can't prioritize each other and prioritize our marriage, none of that stuff is actually going to be successful.
We had a little talk together, a very candid talk, and just like, hey, I'm not happy, you're not happy. We're still very committed to each other, we're very stubborn, we're not gonna give up. So, it was like, all right, let's do what we have to do to kind of get this right.
My sister came up to me and said, hey, we're signing up to work on our marriage in this Marriage Matters class. I signed you up. And you gotta love somebody who loves you enough to know, hey, I know y'all are having a hard time. I think y'all should do this. I was not sure. It was our first group. What is this gonna be like? But we actually were met with a very genuine group. I realized what was lacking so much for me was community. I needed people. I needed relationships. These people who loved us and were for us. And in a time in life when we felt so isolated.
It's great knowing that you're not the only one going through something. The aspect of community and the thing that even my personality type was missing was just, I needed to care about people. The going through Marriage Matters and having people that truly cared about our marriage and our well-being, and then likewise, we cared about them and their well-being, and I didn't realize how important that was to me.
We were able to put ourselves in an environment where he could connect with the gentlemen, I could connect with the women, and we felt cared for and loved in so many ways. Everything we learned in Marriage Matters actually not only helped us to better ourselves and better our relationship, but actually helped us get through that whole next year of unemployment that we had ahead of us that we didn't know was coming, and just how to be a team again, be for each other, to communicate, move forward, how to just thrive despite the circumstance.
We were definitely in a much better place than when we went in. Had the tools, just had the awareness of kind of where we needed to go.
From Marriage Matters, I learned I needed more of this. This is what I'm lacking. This is what I'm struggling with, is I need something beyond the four walls of my own home. And so from there, from Marriage Matters, I joined a women's group.
And then, she was like, hey, I'm in a women's group. You could be in a men's group if you want. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. So joined a men's group, and it, again, authenticity is just fantastic. We had gone through a long time of just, internalizing things and making it through, but it's better to thrive. It's better to be actively working towards a positive outcome instead of just kind of, going through the motions.
I think I would tell somebody, if they're thinking something's missing, if you don't have a support group or a support system, then something is missing. For us, it was community. I thought, during our struggles, I need more space. If we have more space, if we have a little more time, when he goes back to work, and it's none of that. We needed more people.